Diary of a Kraut Man. Ever since I understood the concept, I have been pro-EU. How could working together towards common goals not win the heart of a World War II grandchild? I grew up in and around Trier, one of Europe's oldest cities. Maastricht is 90 minutes away, Schengen merely 45, and it is only 2.5 hours to either Strasbourg or Brussels. This area has seen flags change tout beaucoup during the last 150 years, exclusively because of wars. Today, Britain has changed its flag, or at least some carnival barkers seem to think so. Au revoir EU, good morning UK. Fair enough. It did not take a war, it took the sausage of a democratic process. That is the good news, even though that black pudding is stuffed with beaucoup unpleasantness. I understand why the Leave campaign used #TakeControl and the slogan Believe in Britain. Lowest common denominators and feelings sell. Facts? Not so much. This campaign will be a watermark at least, perhaps a blueprint or warning for the next would-be leaver. Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, France, Flanders, Bavaria. There seem to be a number of stables with greedy owners, anxious horses, and rather fidgety jockeys. It is a never-before-seen battle, UK versus EU. Backstage access for premium members only. Contact your local lobbyists for rates. Nationalism, even in justified doses, does not an economy fuel. Nationalism is the cotton candy of feelings, and it is the fast food of politics. Restaurant owner David Cameron has spent years trying to win EU customers with the same outdated menu, but his offerings left guts churning. So, as a result, Britain's economy is not just screwed, it is beaucoup screwed. Britain, needs a war, and those are so 20th century. Tacky, passé, almost kitsch. Also, the EU has slightly better arms than the protesters in Amritsar. Britain's national deficit remains even with the EU gone. Are there already panic calls, exploratory inquiries across the pond? Or to the former big red cousin? Or maybe to the current big red step uncle? Hey, at least you still have a BBB rating. Hold on, is that for broke beyond belief? A slightly more tax-paying, slightly less sunny Greece? Britain's debt is nearly 6 times its GDP. No worries though. All you have to do is work for 2,000 days straight without buying food, as your sweats and tears shall provide sustenance aplenty. Just a little under 300 works, not spending a farthing on yourself, weeks that is, and you are in the clear. Even France is considering a pledge drive. France. Yes, they are a putain de merde, but there are still people, no? It is not like they are stupid Americans. Africa is sending water, India is sending food rations, and the rest of Asia is sending potent smokables. Dear Britons and Britonettes, there are no more nationalistic shots to pound. You have blown through a generation's worth of patriotic booze in less than a handful of years. The Euros are supposed to visit Wembley in 2020 if UEFA condones games in a foreign country. The next Olympic Games are far away. Even Her Royal Sisterness will be a wilted English rose, and the royal family, your multi-billion-pound security blanket, needs to brace for a funeral rather than plan a celebration. Unless you want Kate to pound out a baby a month, have Harry marry a starlet every week, or have Pippa go into the tunnel. What are you going to do? Believing does not build an economy either, and here is where the campaign runs fresh out of ideas. Nigel Farage is already reneging on a Central Leave campaign slogan on the day the results are announced. Get used to more of the same. Will the term peasants have a resurgence? Will we see child chimney sweeps coughing up soot, sparking Ostra-baiting movies? Britons are known to enjoy irony. The older folks ordered a fuck-ton of the most Cornish of pasties for the country to munch on. Did not even throw napkins to the young'uns, and by the time those finished the last batch of this abomination pretending to be a food, the old folks will have been dead for decades. The people making the decision to leave do not have to stand for the consequences, because that would be so 21st century. Oh, the humanity indeed. The Hindenburg disaster was an accident. Chernobyl was an accident. Voting leave was pure, uncut stupidity, with an ignorance chaser served by a fecal fist in a fecal glove, while the PM quietly lobbies all dictionaries to change the meaning of surrender to victory. To beaucoup sigh. There once were voters in London taking to the EU with a stun gun. The results they cherished, but their homeland perished, and millions of juniors felt numb. Fiddlesticks fudge, oh what fun.